What if you could start a business using AI even if you have zero experience? If that sounds like something that you want to learn, make sure you stay tuned. This video is going to help you understand some simple ways that people are using AI to start businesses and create new income streams right now. So keep watching this video because one of these ideas might be the opportunity that you've been looking for. And just very quickly, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with number one, which is to start with a simple problem that you can solve using AI. So let's talk about the real reason many people never start a business with AI. Now, if you look more closely, the problem is not a lack of tools. There are lots of AI tools out there. The real problem is that people don't know what problems and pain points they should actually solve. If you try to build a business around a random idea using AI, it will most likely fail or not do very well because nobody actually needs it or nobody actually wants it. There's not enough of a demand for it. So if you start by identifying a clear problem that people are already complaining about or need help with online, the path will become much easier for you. So you need to find that pain point and find those problems first to get the demand. So to get some ideas for problems to actually solve, you can use a tool like Google Trends. If you go to Google and type in Google Trends will show you the search interest over time for any given keyword or topic that you can think of. So you can actually see whether it's on the rise or on a decline. So Google Trends will show you the search interest over time for any given keyword or topic. This is a great way to validate an idea very quickly. Another tool that you can use is called Answer the Public. Answer the Public will tell you what people are searching for and asking on Google and YouTube and on other social networks as well. So this is a great way to do some keyword research to find out what people are asking on Google in any given niche that you can think of. So this is a really great way to find those problems and those pain points, and a good way to validate the demand to find a problem that you can actually solve with AI. So if you spend some time reading discussions in online communities like Reddit, Quora, or even indie hackers, you might see people like entrepreneurs, business owners, busy coaches, consultants, and anybody else similar, asking questions about marketing, writing, social media, content, stress, saving time, or just making more money, or anything else related to business. You can also go into Facebook groups as well. This is where you can find lots of people in those kind of categories complaining about problems that they have actually got in their business. And you can actually solve these problems using AI. So you can go into these online communities and look at what people are asking and talking about, look at the problems they've got, and they can be your pain points that you can actually solve with AI. So you can create a product around that to solve with AI. So if you're using AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, or even Perplexity AI to solve one of these problems that you find from one of these communities, you can actually solve these pain points and community problems very quickly that you find online, and you instantly have a service that people will most likely pay you for because you found these problems that people have in these online communities. So if you want a more practical method to actually discover problems very quickly, you can analyze search behavior online. If you open Answer the Public or also asked.com, so that's Answer the Public or also asked.com, you're going to see some real questions that people are actually typing into Google every day. If thousands of people search for something like how to write product descriptions for Shopify or how to generate an income with Shopify, that tells you online sellers are struggling with writing product copy. If you combine ChatGPT for writing drafts and you use a tool like Grammarly for editing, you can then offer a product description writing service for Shopify store owners. So you can just go to these online tools and look for the questions that people are asking, and that becomes a service that you can provide with AI. Now, if you search marketplaces like Fiverr or Upwork, these are freelancing websites, you're going to see businesses already paying freelancers for this exact kind of service, which confirms the demand is out there and it exists. Now, if you want to go even deeper, you can actually study marketplaces where people are already selling products online. If you browse Etsy, you will find thousands of small shop owners who need help writing product titles, descriptions, and even keywords. If you use tools like Everbee or even eRank, you can see which keywords Etsy buyers search for most often. If you then generate optimized product descriptions using ChatGPT or Gemini and just refine them more manually, you could offer a listing optimization service for Etsy sellers. If you help those sellers improve their product visibility in the search results, your work actually directly helps them reach more customers in the process. So if you want to find some opportunities in content creation, you can look at YouTube creators and bloggers who struggle with their consistency. If you search YouTube for something like how to grow a YouTube channel or how to build a YouTube business, the comments section often reveals some common problems like video title ideas, script writing, or even content planning. So if you actually use AI tools like ChatGPT, Jasper AI, or even Notion AI, you can help these creators generate video outlines, titles, and catchy thumbnail ideas. If you organize those ideas into a simple content calendar using Notion or even Trello, you can create a practical service that helps these creators stay consistent with their uploads. Now, if you want to turn your problem-solving idea into something people will pay for, you should focus on a very specific offer. If you say, I help businesses with AI, people may not fully understand what that actually means. But if you say something like, I help local restaurants generate weekly social media posts using AI tools like Canva and ChatGPT, the value becomes more clear because you're much more specific and you've niched down. So if you create some sample posts using Canva Magic Design and just schedule them with a tool like Buffer or Later.com, you can actually show business owners exactly what they will receive from your AI service. So if you want to avoid a mistake a lot of beginners tend to make, you should never treat AI as a fully automated solution. If you rely on AI without reviewing the results, the output can contain some errors, repetitive wording, or even outdated information. If you audit AI content using tools like Hemingway Editor or use Grammarly, or even just manual proofreading, you can improve the quality significantly. Now, if you actually focus on solving real problems and delivering useful results and really good outcomes, you can build some good solid trust with your clients. If you combine AI efficiency with thoughtful editing and real problem solving, you create a simple business that provides real value to the people that you serve. Let's now move on to number 2, which is to turn AI tools into a simple service that you can offer different businesses. So let's talk about one of the most practical ways to start an AI business when you don't have a product yet. If you look more closely, many businesses out there want to use AI, but they don't fully understand how the tools work. If you learn how a few AI tools work and you offer to set them up for different businesses, you can create a simple service around this. If you explore tools like ChatGPT, Canva Magic Design, Notion AI, and even Zapier, you will quickly see that they can automate different tasks like writing posts, emails, creating designs, and even organizing different types of content. If you help a small business set up these kinds of systems so they can actually save more time every week, you are solving a real problem that many business owners are facing right now. So if you want to start actually doing this, you can begin by learning a small group of tools that businesses commonly need. If you spend time experimenting with Canva, you can quickly learn how to generate social media graphics using Canva Magic Write and Canva AI image generation. If you combine that with ChatGPT for captions and Buffer or Later.com for scheduling posts, you can create a complete social media system for any kind of business out there. Now, if a local gym or a restaurant or even a small shop struggles to post regularly online, you can offer to set up a simple content workflow that helps them stay more consistent with their online presence. So if you actually struggle with knowing what kind of service to offer, you can look at freelancing platforms to see what businesses are already actually paying for. If you search on Upwork.com or Fiverr or go to peopleperhour.com and you search for services like AI content creation or social media management or even AI automation, you're going to see many real job listings available. If businesses already pay freelancers for these kinds of services, that confirms that the demand is there and it actually exists. So the demand is real. Now, if you actually study the job descriptions more carefully, you will see exactly what clients want, which makes it much easier to design your own kind of service based on this. Now, if you want to create a simple job offer, you can actually package AI tools into a solution instead of selling individual tasks. If a business owner struggles to manage marketing, you could offer something like AI social media setup. If you show them how to generate weekly posts using ChatGPT, design graphics with Canva, and schedule everything using Buffer or Later.com, you can help them save several hours each week. So if you actually record some simple instructions using Loom or something like Camtasia Studio, they can then repeat the process themselves. The service becomes even more valuable to them. Now, if you want to actually find your first potential clients, you can start with businesses that already rely on online visibility. If you search Google Maps for local businesses that rarely post on social media, you're likely going to find some quick opportunities. If you visit their Instagram or their Facebook pages or their TikTok and you see that their last post was months ago or even longer than that, that usually means they struggle with their content creation, so they don't have much of an online presence or much of a social media presence. So from here, if you could just send them a simple message offering to help them set up an AI content system, you are solving a problem that they already have. So if you want to avoid a mistake a lot of beginners often make, you should never overwhelm clients with too many tools. If you try to introduce 10 different AI apps at one time, a lot of business owners will feel confused and probably ignore the system completely. Now, if you focus on just 2 or 3 tools like ChatGPT, Canva and Later.com, the process becomes much more simple and easier to maintain for them. If you focus on helping businesses save more time and stay more consistent with their marketing and their online presence, your service becomes more practical and more valuable instead of complicated. Let's now move on to number 3, which is to use AI to create and sell simple digital products. So let's talk about a problem that many beginners face when starting an online business. If you look closely, many people want to sell something online, but they don't know what products to actually create. If you use AI to help you create some simple digital products, you can actually solve that problem much faster. Now, if you explore different tools like ChatGPT, Canva, and even Notion AI, you can actually generate some ideas, write some good content, and design products without needing any advanced technical skills. So if you create some really useful resources like mini courses, checklists, templates, guides, or even planners, you can then sell them on different platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, or Payhip. Gumroad and Payhip are digital marketplaces where you can sell digital products from, so they will handle everything for you. Now, if you focus on helping people solve a small but very specific problem, or take away a pain point, or give them some kind of result or outcome or a transformation, digital products become much easier to create and actually sell. Now, if you want a simple place to start, you can actually research what people are already buying online. So if you open Etsy and search for terms like social media planner or maybe budget tracker or even content calendar, you're going to see thousands of listings that show what customers are already interested in. Now, if you use tools like Everbee or even eRank, you can actually analyze which listings get the most views and generate the most sales. If you then use ChatGPT to generate some ideas for planners, for checklists, or even templates in that particular niche, you can then go and create a similar digital product, but a much more improved one. So you can take the idea and create a similar product, but make it much more better, so actually improve it. If you then design the final product in Canva, you can then just export it as a downloadable PDF, which is ready for customers to purchase from you. Now, if you struggle with creating the actual content, AI can help you draft the structure very quickly. If you just ask ChatGPT something very simple like create a simple weekly content planner for small business owners, so there's a simple prompt that you can actually use. It will generate some sections that you can include in the planner. Now, if you take that structure and build the design using some Canva templates are very easy to change, and they're all very quick and easy to actually change and edit. You can turn the idea into a very polished and professional product in a very short period of time. You can do this in literally an hour or 2. Now, if you organize the pages very carefully, you can make the layout clear and very easy to use. the product becomes much more valuable for customers who want a simple solution or want a simple result. Now, if you want to sell the products online, you can choose beginner-friendly platforms that will handle the payments and the downloads automatically for you. If you upload your product to Gumroad or payhip.com or even Etsy, those kind of platforms allow customers to actually purchase and download the file instantly, so they handle everything for you. If you write a clear product description explaining what problems your product will actually solve, you help the buyers understand better the value that they are getting much quicker. Now, if you use ChatGPT to help draft product descriptions and then refine them manually with a human touch, you can create listings that are easier for customers to actually understand. So if you want to attract some buyers, you can share some helpful content related to your product. If your digital product is a content planner for creators, you could share some content tips on YouTube, TikTok, or even Instagram. If you use tools like Canva, CapCut, or even InVideo.io to actually create short videos explaining content planning strategies, you can actually naturally introduce your product as a helpful resource. So you want to just share some helpful content that is related to your product and gently suggest the product. Now, if people see that your product saves them time or makes their workflow much easier, they are much more likely to actually purchase it. So if you want to avoid a mistake that a lot of beginners tend to make, you should not rush to upload low quality digital products. You want to make sure they are high quality. If you create a product that looks rushed or confusing, customers may leave negative reviews, which is something that you do not want. Now, if you carefully test your product first by asking friends or online communities for some feedback, you can then improve it before selling it publicly. If you focus on clarity, usefulness, and solving a real problem or taking away a pain point, your digital product becomes much more valuable and easier for people to recommend to other people. Let's now move on to number 4, which is to use AI to help you build and sell freelance services online. So let's now talk about one of the fastest ways to actually start making use of AI for business, offering freelance services online. Now, if you feel stuck because you don't have a product, services are easier to start with because you are selling skills and time-based help. Now, if you want to begin, you can focus on one high demand skill like writing, design, or even automation setup. If you explore different freelancing marketplaces like Upwork.com, Fiverr, and Freelancer.com, you will see some jobs posted every minute. Now, if you study those job listings, you will notice some patterns like businesses needing email writing, ad copy, or even help with their social media. Now, if you use AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Jasper AI, you can actually deliver these kinds of services much quicker while still adding some human elements. So, if you struggle with finding your first clients, you could start by targeting small local businesses instead of competing with experienced freelancers. Now, if you search Google Maps for local restaurants, gyms, or even beauty salons, you can check which businesses have a weak social media presence. Now, if you want to send some outreach messages, you can use Lemlist, MailChimp, or even just some simple direct messages on Instagram. If you write a short message like, "I help businesses create AI-assisted marketing content to save time," you're going to find that you increase your chances of getting some positive replies. If you follow up politely after, say, 3 to 5 days, many business owners will eventually respond because they are very busy running their operations. So, if you want to specialize in AI writing services, you can focus on specific niches instead of just general writing. If you choose niches like real estate or fitness or even e-commerce, you can learn industry-specific language and jargon. If you use Surfer SEO, Ahrefs, or even SEMrush, you can actually research keywords that clients want to rank for, and you can use Answer the Public for this as well. So if you actually combine SEO research, which is search engine optimization, with AI writing tools like Copy.ai or even WriteSonic, you can actually create really optimized blog articles, good quality landing pages, or even good quality product pages. Now, if clients see their website traffic improving, they are more likely to hire you again. Now, if you want to offer AI automation services, you can help businesses connect apps together. If you learn Zapier, Make.com, or even Integrately, you can actually automate different repetitive tasks for different clients. If a business wants to automatically send customer emails after purchases, you can connect Shopify with MailChimp using automation workflows. If you charge for setup and training, not just for automation, you can create more value because clients want to understand how to maintain this kind of system. So if you just record tutorials using Loom, you can then send clients some simple instructions after completing the work. Now, if you want to build trust as a freelancer, you should create samples before contacting any clients. If you don't have any clients yet, you can create some mock projects for your portfolio. If you design sample social media posts using Canva, write some sample blogs using AI tools, or even create some automation diagrams, you show proof of the skill and the ability that you have got. After that, if you just upload your portfolio to Behance, to LinkedIn, or even on a personal website, built using Wix or even WordPress, clients can easily see your work. So if your portfolio clearly explains how you solve problems, clients are going to feel much more confident in actually hiring you. Now, if you want to avoid some common freelancer mistakes, you should never promise unrealistic speed or unrealistic results. If you tell clients that AI can completely replace human work, you may lose trust because quality still needs some human review. If you always check AI output for accuracy, grammar, and even relevance, you're going to maintain professional quality. If you focus on solving real business problems and pain points, communicating very clearly, and delivering on time or even quicker, you can actually build long-term freelance income opportunities using AI tools. Wow, that's it for this video. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating new online income streams, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the top pinned comment, where you can actually find some free training resources to help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and helping you to generate new online income streams. So don't wait, take action today. Click the link below and start your journey right now. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have a wonderful day.